So welcome everybody to our Tuesday night call. It's an exciting time here as we head to the end of the month. Tonight won't be a long call. We've got some real bullet points to go over, and we're very excited about heading into July. So I'm going to bring up my screen here, and I'm going to share my screen first, and then I'm going to allow Mel, if you can keep a little eye on my camera on any of the chat, would be wonderful. And first of all, we have a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, wouldn't like to be. These are not my opinion. They are purely the opinions of the that I've devised myself amongst the leadership group. We do get a lot of this information from corporate and from our leaders, but it's not company policy. So tonight we're going to talk quickly about these two gentlemen and what they.
Before you do that, can you send it to full screen versus? Do you know how to present?
I can do that.
Do that.
You want full screen? You get full screen.
Yeah, it's better.
You're here to also put the polish on things, Miss Belmont. You do that beautifully. So these gentlemen have created nearly 2 years ago a platform for us in the crypto space. They wanted it to be special. They wanted it to have utility and bring real value. And tonight we're going to go through a couple of, we might even get young Amanda here to show us live how to load a certificate. Most of us have done that, but it wouldn't be a bad one, I think, to have on the recording. So, very few, and I know, Stephen, you were talking to me the other day while we were going through and we were loading one of your certificates, and you mentioned how that the leadership group are always, you know their faces, they're always available, you see them on YouTube, and I think that's really important with a project that they want to be this big. So, quick little update. We have the corporate call. I thought it, to be honest, was last weekend. I may have misled a few people on last week's call, but it's not. It will be happening this Saturday. And notice the time, it's a little different for us. So it's 4 p.m. in South Africa. So I think that's about midnight here. We're about 8 hours. Okay, there it is. So that's midnight. All right. So we're going to the movies. You're going to go and see Elvis, and we'll come home and settle in and watch that. There's going to be some big updates. So keep an eye on that. Now our little baby, the G999. Again, I don't normally talk too much about pricing. I think that it can be up one day and down the next. But as we enter this metaverse stage, and our beautiful metaverse certificates that we've gone over quite thoroughly in the last few weeks, we had an issue with this particular website, CoinMarketCap, and they had a little flag up, and we didn't like that. The company said it was from years ago, a previous business that we were involved in, but it said some negative things about our little baby G999. And as of during the week, that was removed. And that has also coincided with our coin now in the top 10 of the top gainers, as they call it, on CoinMarketCap. That's exciting, I think, and I might even show that live in a minute. I think that's just the start of so much, and it's a great time to be a part of this project. And if you consider, and I know there's a few people that are crypto enthusiasts or gurus, call them what you want, on our call, but if you consider what's happened in the last month in the crypto, in the big ones, I mean, huge drops in so many of them. This is very significant, and we know what's behind that. Our little coin, it's not just about certificates. The company's going to roll out so many more big names and big companies and ways that we can use our coin to buy things. That's what it's about. It's about absolute transparency, blockchain technology. We can see how many certificates are sold. We can see, if you ever get any commissions, that you can see them straight away. You can activate them. It's quite brilliant. So the big news come out in Itsanarkos' call today was, and there's a few of us that have got close to hitting ranks this month, but how would you like to know how you would be able to be compensated on your personal referrals and your team referrals on load amounts? Okay, this is huge because what this means now, we have some huge certificates out there being loaded. Actually, Mel, you have someone in your team, and we were going to show something tonight. And it looks like Stephen's dropped off, so we'll bring him back in. We're going to show you how to load a $50,000 certificate with a certain amount. So as of next month, and on the call on the weekend, we're going to find out how we can get some commissions on our loads. Massive. That's going to be massive for those of us that are builders. And honestly, I cannot wait. I think that's just going to be a complete game changer. It's going to bring so many more other people into our ecosystem. So what I wanted to do now,
Stephen's logged in twice.
Stephen, looks like you're logged in twice. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Maybe that your first login's been accepted. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me hop out of here, and then I just want to go over a little bit of housekeeping and promote a call that Mel, that you did recently. I think you only put it together last night, and then we're just going to wrap it up with some Q&A, because I really want everyone to be focused on Saturday's call. And also, let me just take this off here, and somehow, if I can, it's just not allowing me at the moment to share my screen.
Is that because you shared me too? Remember we had that
No, no,
too many of us.
No, it's fine. As long as I'll bring you in a sec. Seems to just frozen at an inappropriate time. Okay, so here we go, beautiful. Okay, so there's a couple of things I wanted to go over. Last week we went through a trip around the world, and we looked at Lydian World in depth, and there was a few comments that there was quite a few new bits of information that people weren't aware of. There's a couple of things that I've noticed this week, and I think it's really important to point these out. So if we're looking at our dashboard in the back office here, we see the ancient library. So in ancient library now, and we know that Bruce Hughes is joining the corporate team. This will probably be officially announced on the weekend. But if you have a look here, and these are a lot of the technical questions that people ask, and you know I'm always put my hand up when I can during the week, usually, to help people, whether it's one-on-one or in a small team, to answer these, and not just answer them, but to go through them with you over a Zoom and live, and make sure that you're getting everything right. But how to get a position in Lydian World, that seems so straightforward for many, but like Stephen, we've set up yours just the other night, and it was the first time you welcome aboard. You now have a citizenship in Australia. So as your mayor, I just want you to know you're in safe hands. How to exchange Lydian status tokens on PancakeSwap, that's quite detailed. That one's there. How to mint a citizenship, I don't even know how to do that, but I will go through that when I'm ready. How to link a MetaMask wallet, quite detailed. That's been broken down beautifully by Mr. Hughes. How to acquire land in the Lydian city. So the land in the Lydian city is something that we saw in Dubai, and this is going to be a massive game changer. Probably something we don't need to know just yet, but can you imagine Amazon on steroids, where you can actually rent out some commercial real estate, and actual businesses can come in on your land. You can charge them for that, and they can promote their business to hundreds of thousands. We've already got nearly 400,000 people that have citizenships, and we know we're going into the millions. Now, how to load a citizenship with NFT Croesus Marketplace. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that myself. And how to place citizenships, NFTs on sale, and how to buy a citizenship. So these, and the staking pools, of course. So these are a fantastic videos. In the past, the companies had the game book, which gave us tutorials in words. Now we've got them in video. So I think that was really important to show people. And the other one that I think is fantastic, is with our metaverse certificates and how now we can start to see when they start paying out and sort of what sort of return. So the little change they've made here, and I have quite a few certificates that are still loading. You can see I've got entry minor there in 81 days. I've got Venus, Proxima Centauri, all these that 75, 73 days. And, you know, you forget after a while how long. I'm looking forward to this one, a tier 3 in 10 days time, kicking into Victoria, fully loaded, I might add. But they've added a nice little extra caption here, which is my active Lydian Stater mining certificates. All right, so this one I think is really important for those of us that bought certificates a while back, even those of us that are still to buy them in the future, because now we know that they all have different load times, sometimes 90 days, sometimes 60 days, sometimes 30 days. And then once that load period has met its date, we have a mining period. And some of those are 45 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So here's one here that I actually loaded way back in January. And have a look, on the 7th of July, I'm going to get my first payout. All right, so this is really significant. It's a fantastic way. I know it's exciting. I think so too, Mel. But the other thing with this is those of us that understand that having multiple citizenships and the amount of people that have certificates all around the world, these are just starting for me. And I was one of the very first people to buy a certificate. So if they're just starting for me, you can imagine how many certificates. And you can see 27th July, 30th August. Look at all the ones on the 30th of August are going to kick in. All right. And so on and so forth. So many
Dinner's on you then, isn't it, Amanda?
That's right. Come on over. You know, and that's exciting for all of us, you know, because we really are. It's an individual thing with certificates that we purchase, but it's also a team effort on, you know, the way the concept that Mr. Heit has set this up. So fantastic, that one. I really wanted to show you that one. What's the other thing I wanted to go through? I wanted to go through the latest little quick sizzle video. And Miss Amanda, are you up for going through your certificate? You're all there? You think you know what you're doing?
No, I don't know.
We'll give it a crack.
Doing,
Let's have a look at this video. I might just full screen this one. Can everyone see that video? Got a thumbs up, got nods?
In the crypto market is massive right now. This rise and fall of the market is almost impossible to predict. However, it also brings with it massive potential. Right now, everyone has the opportunity to start making money. Even small funds today could create new millionaires of tomorrow. GSPartners.global presents you with a unique product, NFT certificates, which give you access into the metaverse. These meta certificates are the key to a virtual world where you are able to gain, win, and earn. Go back 10, 20, 30 years ago, when Amazon started onboarding multiple partners and suppliers, all participating and offering their products in this new technology called the internet. In this new market of the technology age, now we have the next evolution of the internet era, a new market with a new technology called blockchain. Welcome to the metaverse markets of NFTs, technology partners, celebrities, all coming together in one new world, Lydian world. You'll meet many tech partners, developers, influencers. Technology partners include BD Swiss, a decade-old, top-tier European financial brokerage. Celebrities and sports champions include Floyd Mayweather, Roberto Carlos, and many more. Build meta cities, sell NFTs, play games, earn through MetaBroker, meta mining, and tap into all the income resources of the Lydian world. Get your Metaverse Certificate NFT today and start to earn from our multiple opportunities right now. The evolution is a Lydian world. The evolution is now. Register at GSPartners.global today.
Isn't that a good one?
That's a good one.
I really like that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
It's a good one that social media, you can just pop out there, you know, and say, you know, inbox me, whatever. So what I'm going to do now, before we're going to get Miss Amanda to professionally show us how to purchase a certificate on the second last day of the month, and then load it into a country, and then even maybe pop a little bit of something into that. Mel, I was really impressed with, I just want to introduce my business partner, you know her on our Australian Facebook site. We call her Mel B. She's not only a very attractive young lady, she's a professional speaker. I love that lovely little Scottish drill you do. And you put together a video last night. One, your face is much nicer than mine, but what I liked about it is it kept it fairly straightforward. You gave 3 options. So I think I made you Mel. I made you co-host. If you can maybe just show us where that is. Have you got that up in your back office? Okay.
No, but I can prepare for after you finish with Amanda.
Okay. All right. So all right. Well, why don't we'll do Amanda first. I just want you to just to go over quickly. And obviously we don't want to show. It's about 27 minutes, I think. But I think it's a fantastic video to send to people when they're looking at a little bit more information. All right. And it's not heavy. It's very specific over a couple of or 3 strategies as you call it. So if you want to do that, we might even try if I go in and Amanda, you now can take over share. So if Amanda's going to quickly go through as a refresher course on how to purchase a certificate and then place it into a country.
So you're going to tell me what to do.
I can probably help you with that.
Okay, so am I now?
So you share your screen.
Oh, share screen.
Just one second,
Share.
folks. I've just got to go and make a cup of tea.
Just go share.
Share screen. You share it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's perfect. You've come up. Yep, we can see that. So
Okay.
what show us where do we go when we want to buy
we
a
go-
metaverse certificate?
GSPartners Metaverse Certificate Purchase.
So I've got her on mute because we get a bit of
Yeah.
feedback here, but
So
GSPartners Metaverse Certificate Purchase.
that's-
So take that out, just click that off.
I'm trying to find that.
Just on the cross there,
Yeah,
no? Just on the cross.
the photos of everyone.
Well, you can move
Yeah,
them.
I've just done.
Which one are you going to get?
I'll get the Regal Centaurus.
She's just pronounced it Regal Cantorians. I don't really think that's how it's pronounced, but so it's the 149 one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the 149.
Grab that one.
Few details.
Few details. So what you're going to exchange now, as you can see, that she gets. Remember, she's going to use Bitcoin because that's what's in her account. Remember, with this one confirmation, yep, click that. What she's just done, she's purchased a metaverse mining certificate in Regal Centaurus, a metaverse brokerage and trading certificate, and she's also picked up. There's going to be a prize for someone at the end of this. If you can tell me how many Lydian lions she also picked up. So if someone can pop that into the chat, the first correct answer wins a coffee next time they see me. How many Lydian lions in the chat?
7.
149 from Helen Dennis.
Very well.
Exactly. So every USD is a Lydian lion. So that's all happened by purchasing that. So now what you're going to do, you're going to scroll down that page. And then on the bottom of this, and you may just have to refresh your screen. Yeah, click off that. And she should have a code. She should have 2 codes. Keep coming in. Somewhere here. Might take a second, but just cruise back up, scroll back up slightly. And just hit your refresh one more time. All right, so click off that. And here we go. I saw it. Come back up. No, yes, it. Right, so, okay, so remember, she's paid 149. She receives. Can you just go back? Oh, no, that'll do. Right there. You can see there's a meta brokerage portfolio and trading certificate and a Lydian status. And this will always be the case, we believe, when they bring new products and services in. They'll probably be added to this, at this stage. All right, so what you're going to do now, she wants to load this into Lydian World. So you're just going to copy. Which one you're going to go? Let's go brokerage.
Shall I go brokerage one?
Go to the top one. Yeah.
All right.
So copy that one. She's very good at this, and she knows to.
5 FD B33.
She's already going 5
And I go
FD
to that,
B33.
Go to Living Well.
Click in Living World. Yeah, she's going to do that through partners, which are able to do, and just log in there. And you got 2FA on this?
Yeah.
We need to put 2FA on this.
All right. And what do I do?
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to. Well, you've got plenty of citizenships. We don't need to. What we'll do though, while you're here, so scroll down to financial. So it's just going to show you where that certificate that comes in there. Scroll down just a little bit more. So once she's purchased that, see the metaverse discount code there. Click on that.
Which bit?
This is where it says, yeah.
Metaverse
See how it's changed to white?
Yeah.
Click on that. All right. So now go sync my metaverse citizenship discount code. And metaverse discount code synchronize. Click on that. She should have 149 sitting in that account now. There you see the total usage. So you can use that when you want to, and we will add. We won't do another citizenship tonight, time reasons, but you know you can add that. And Harry, we're going to add quite a few of yours at some stage. I think tomorrow we said. So that's where the Lydian lines go. So now what you're going to do, you're going to go to your world map, and you're going to pick one of your.
That one is available.
Yeah, you can. That will tell you the positions you have as well as the available ones. Yeah, click on that one. So you don't, but so pick somewhere that you like. Well, I'm sure you would have already in the cream color because you're going to put it into an existing.
Does it? Should I like?
Not really.
Does it really matter?
Not for brokerage. Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
No. So you're going to go Mauritania. Can you tell us a little bit more? What's the population of Mauritania, the capital?
1,392.
We have 1,392.
4.27.
So that's a pretty good one. So you're going to click on that. So scroll down on that Mauritania page. So okay, all right. So remember Mauritania, right? So come back down over to your certificates. So scroll down the left-hand side and come to your metaverse certificates. Because you've chosen the country you want to put it into. She could have bought a country and then added it to that if she wanted to as well, because she has 140 Lydian lions. So all countries, click on there, your MAU, wasn't it? Start loading. And scroll down where it says activate certificate.
Activate it.
Yep. And remember, which one did you choose? It was brokerage, wasn't it? Yeah. So you have to choose the one the code that you've clicked on. So meta brokerage portfolio first. Did you? Yeah. Yeah. Did you hit meta brokerage? You have?
Yeah.
Okay, so now activate it. Scroll down a bit further.
5 FDB.
You want to check? That's the one.
Then I go down. Firm activation.
Yep.
Start mode.
Yep.
Firm activation.
Yeah. So it tells you where it's going, Mauritania, and that it's a brokerage certificate. So there's exactly the same thing you would do. All right. So just click on that. Okay. So now just scroll down. Your certificate should be there, just below that calculator. There it is. Regal Contourus. So she has a $2,000 load in. So she's able to, at any time now, the rest of the year, next year, whenever you have a 120-day load period. I don't think that's actually the case with the brokerage. It is with mining. But, the whole idea now is to load that, as much as you can, as soon as you can. So that's how we do the brokerage certificate portfolio. We thought we'd give that a quick run through. She wanted to do hers before the end of the month. Anything she loads to that now, she's going to get the equal amount. straight away from the company, from
What-
BD Swiss.
What about the other one though? Shouldn't I know?
Do you want to bring that in as well?
So does that mean they've given me one?
Yeah, you
So they gave me the.
you
which
get
one-
two. You get both.
Which one did they give me?
But you got both. You got one of each. You want to go back and load the partners as well while you're there?
Well, if everyone wants to watch that.
Just a point of clarity, it does still have 120 days loading. It actually had the clock there. So brokerage
Yeah.
still has 120 days loading as well.
Okay.
Yes,
So
look,
yeah,
120
120 days.
My brokerage portfolio. Up
Yeah.
to 120 days.
All right,
Yeah.
beautiful. So go back to where you were. So let's
Ah,
she's going to quickly load this other one
Okay.
without any help at all.
So copy that one.
I'll remember your number, E37AEE.
Then I go to your world. I go to world map. So I don't have to put that into.
So hang on, you could have just gone to activate your certificate and it should activate into Mauritania. But
Do
no,
I have to put both of them into Mauritania?
no.
Oh, so I'll do it into another one.
Okay.
huh?
There you go.
Okay. So go there, and I'll go, okay.
Zambia.
So just a point of clarity for people watching this repeat, why is she picking on countries that are beige versus in green? Green you would think would be green for gold. You just want to explain the difference there, please, Brent.
Okay, so Amanda has about 50 or 60 citizenships. What we simply do, if you go back, Amanda, just to the previous page, the world map, a quick way to find out, once you get over about 30, it's hard to remember them all. To find out which certificates you have, and more importantly, which ones you don't have, we just click on the telescope here. And what it does, it brings up all the countries citizenships that she doesn't have in the teal, and all the ones that she does have in the cream. All right, so she's choosing one of the ones that she does have
All
because
these middle ones.
once you use one of those like Fiji or let's look at
Ooh,
the
Fiji, go on.
or
please.
Fiji or Samoa or
I got Fiji.
Tonga.
Please.
Okay.
All
All right, so let's go back to your certificates on the left hand side, and you're going to load in Fiji. You happy with that?
Yeah. Go there. Start
So
loading.
she's picked out Fiji. She's going to start loading it. Scroll down to activate certificate. Now you're going past it.
That's good. Then it's the.
Yes. So
I've already done the brokerage.
she's already done the brokerage, so now she's going to load, or she's going to activate the mining. Yeah, that's it. And now,
Confirm activation, start load. Confirm activation.
as long as you've got a citizenship, congratulations. All right, so that's a good point. You don't have to use the same country. But now that she has a mining certificate in Fiji at that level, she can't put one that's lower. She has to use a higher one.
What do you mean?
So you put a 149 Regal Centaurus, you couldn't put a $49 one in Fiji. It has to be of higher value.
So have I activated that?
Yeah.
That's only showing one. I see. It's because I'm in Fiji. So if I want to see where do I look to see what I've done?
Well, one's in Fiji and one's in Mauritania.
Where do I look to see that?
Okay, so change your country. See Fiji,
Okay.
change that to,
Okay. But if I just wanted to see my list, I think you said that before. There was somewhere you could look and see your list.
there probably is.
There is.
I'll get back to you on that one.
She wants to see the list and the status that you showed us earlier with yours.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
all right, sorry. So
Yes.
go back to your certificates.
So that's down here.
No.
list.
There it is, Metaverse certificates. Okay, scroll down. Here we go.
So that's all my list.
So you'll have, and you've probably got activated ones as well. You don't have a lot of certificates, but she's put two in there, one in Mauritania, and then she can.
Mauritania, Fiji, and I had Kosovo.
Yeah. Okay, so then you can scroll that bar on the bottom over and it'll tell you when. So these ones are
So if I
still
click on
loading.
load my certificate, will that show that little track with the little train carriage?
Yeah.
So can I click that
Yeah, you
without
can.
doing anything? All right, so I can load my certificate.
So you just want to have a quick look at your Kosovo one, scroll down. So that's fully
It's
loaded.
fully loaded.
Okay.
And
So
it's
she's just
going
asking,
to start paying out in 28 days, is it?
yeah, no, it'll finish its load in 28 days and then it'll have a mining period. All right, so
Well,
again,
there's actually like $180 still to go in that one.
yeah, true. If she wants to completely max it out,
Yeah.
that's a good point. You can use Lydian lines, XLTs or G999.
Okay.
It's dropped. See how it's 007 and we get that 02. So that's almost what the price of G999 is at the moment. So I'll be interested to see if we have, if we continue in the next couple of weeks and months and that coin, goes to, half a cent, 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, surely the load will have to reflect that, wouldn't it? You'd think so.
No, once it's loaded at that value, I imagine that'd be locked and loaded.
No, what I'm saying is in a couple of weeks' time, I don't think it'll be 007 if the price of it's
To load
$1 or whatever to load it. Yeah,
it'll be worth
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
see what I mean, Mel?
So that's why it's actually better that the coin's low at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it is exactly.
No, I think you may have confused me and maybe any other listeners with what you just said. So try again for me, please.
So what I'm saying is, can you see the load of the G999?
Yeah.
Is 007 there?
Mm-hmm.
And you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we know there's an offer until the end of the month of 2 cents for a G999. What I'm saying is that price now, 007, is almost exactly the same as the price of the G999 on the open market. So what I believe will happen in the next few weeks, months or whatever, if that coin continues to grow, so will the load price as well. Get what I mean?
No.
Mm.
Because the load price is the load price. It'll be cost more to load it if that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Mel.
Yeah,
It'll
More loaded.
cost more.
It's
to
just
load it.
language.
The
So
load amount will still be the same, but it will cost more to load it. because-
Well, I believe that USDT 007 will change.
Exactly.
yes. And so the cost for us to load 5,000 will cost us more.
Oh, if you're
But-
buying the coin, yeah. Many of us have masternodes and DeFi. We won't pay that because we've got our coins that are accumulating for ourselves. So we will just be able to load that with less coins. You know what I mean?
Yes, but us
yeah.
mere mortals who are new to it don't have any of those luxuries. And
Okay,
I don't want to confuse some people with talking about things that aren't even available anymore.
Okay. No, well, a lot of them are, but yeah, okay. It will cost more to load, and it's probably something to consider is getting a bunch of G999 while it's cheap. Okay.
Question there. What about, I've got quite a few where it's fully loaded to 5,000 or 500 or whatever the appropriate amount is.
Yeah.
When the value of what I've loaded it with increases or decreases, does that mean I have to load it again, or once I'm loaded, I'm in for a profit?
Yeah, you just want the data to continue to increase, Harry.
Yeah.
Because a fully loaded certificate is a fully loaded. You can't unload it.
The price of the coin changing will not alter what you have locked and loaded. That's why I was suggesting earlier what you said may have confused things, right?
Yeah, will cost more to load. Correct.
No,
Right.
but what Harry's asking, if between now and the beginning of harvesting or the end of the load period, the price changing, does that mean he has to load more to keep up with the price change?
No, but you're asking about a fully loaded certificate, aren't you, Harry?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, once a certificate's loaded, you can't load it any more than full.
Right, and it makes no difference to the whatever currency you've used, either BTC, Ethereum, or USDT. you don't have to add an extra $50 if the price decreases, etc.
No.
Is that clear for you too, Mel?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get him to re-articulate, because that's how it sounded.
All right. Are we ready to move on to?
We're all clear as mud now.
Okay. Yeah, can you stop share? And Mel, I'd like to finish up, and then if any questions you have, just with a little bit on that video and the three options. I really like it. I think it's well articulated. It's also
Brent,
doesn't confuse things too much. Yes, mate.
what
Stephen.
do you think pushed the G99 up?
Well, coin market cap. Were you here earlier when
Where you said it took it off, they took that
they
flag
took
off.
label? They took that
Simple
label
as
off.
that.
Well, no, not just that. There's a lot of things, like the fact that so many people are using their certificates, G999, to load their certificates.
Yeah.
There's a lot less. And CoinMarketCap, think there's 16 billion coins out there. There's not. We know half of that are locked away in nodes and in in lots of these certificates. So
Yeah.
it's a combination of it's getting more liquid.
Yeah.
Next month, when the G Euro kicks in, every time someone, and you've just started loading yours with G Euro, and when you load it, whenever you use that, and not just you, the many hundreds of thousands of BD Swifts that may also come over to these certificates, a small amount of the G999 is required and burnt.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons why it's going up.
The other question I got is, do we know how many active users there are in the Lydian world? Is there to see its growth rate? What I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen because I've got my Lydian world open here. Manually.
Hit escape.
It's sticking tonight. It's really not helping me much.
Is the URL for this video available on the site, our mob site?
For this video, no, it's on Lydian World. So
I will copy it across for you, Harry.
So they got statistics, Brent. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, look, here's Lydian World here. Can you see that, Stephen? See up the top here, total citizens.
Oh yeah, right.
353,625 is the current total citizens.
That's people that are paid in, eh?
Yeah, and there's some of us have got more than 100.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
this is where you'll be able to track how many.
So you look at that figure and you get the growth rate. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I might just stop my share.
Roger just raised a good point. He's been tip-tapping. I've been wondering what he's going to share. I'll let you clarify, Brent, the comment that Roger has just shared.
I think we must clarify in every presentation that some of us already have in our wallets DeFi, which is another form of nodes, substantial quantities of G999, which we cannot use for mining certificates, loading with arbitrage. That only applies to fresh purchases of G999.
Oh,
Okay, I wasn't aware of that, Roger. I thought you could use it.
okay.
You can use any G999 out of your DeFi if you're willing to take that out. So I think that you'll find, as long as you can load it into Lydian World, it can be used at for the first 30 days. Look, that's nearly finished. Either way, that finishes in a couple of days. I'm seeing this price now. That's exciting, because I think if you haven't got any G999, get some. Remember, every citizenship you have, in effect, you're getting staking out of G999 as well. So you may not have got a whole bunch ages ago, really, really cheap. But at the moment, it's still very cheap at 007. So
You can unmute yourself, Roger, and have a discussion with us, or are you not well enough to talk?
the nodes are locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, you're not well enough to talk. Okay.
yeah, but with the node, Amanda's asking about a node. Your node only has to keep at 750,000 coins. If you've got 50,000 spare, you can take them out and use them for loading. There's no problems there.
But he's saying you cannot use G999 with arbitrage.
I wasn't aware of that. I believe you can, but it's not going to matter anyway. It's only
So
2
can we
days.
take that and notice that we will take that away and we'll clarify? Perhaps we'll ask Bruce just to give some
Yeah.
clarity for some people,
Yeah,
please.
well, it all finishes in 2 days' time anyway, the arbitrage.
All right, okay. All right.
Okay, so
All
it's
right.
only till the end of the month.
All right. Shall I share the video?
Yeah, probably not the whole thing, but if you
No,
want to
no time for
touch
that.
on some key points, and we'll finish up with that.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let me just share screen. Share. Let's make this full presentation. I gotta move your pretty faces. Okay, oh, wrong button. Oopsies. Present. Here we go. So what I came up with
Didn't do it last night.
on 3 common requests or inquiries or questions that I get asked, and I came up with these are 3 things that people want to learn about or do. So I kind of simplified my own advertising process, if you like. There are 3 strategies. One is if people want to trade crypto or have portfolios that are managed by BD Swiss, they can have a low to no risk entry and they can build wealth and receive daily payments. Some people are just interested in that. Some people want to earn passive commissions while they're playing. Some people are curious about what a metaverse is. So then I will talk a little bit more in depth around Lydian World and mining. And some of my people have crypto that they want to liquidate. They want to get out of the crypto world. So I'm not going to try and convince them to join Lydian World because they are burned. They don't want to play in the crypto world, whatever. So I'm going to introduce them to the lifestyle card. So through a bit of inquiry, what is it? I do a post. I did a post with sharing my MasterCard. Who wants to know more about it? And they all ask different things. So now I've worked out, it comes down to one of these 3 strategies. And I don't bother now talking because a couple of people I've lost because they said it's too complicated. I don't understand it. I'm not prepared to invest in someone I can't understand. And it was frustrating because I'd blown the sales conversation by trying to explain and trying to have due diligence and transparency. So I broke it down into these 3 things, and this is what I'm going to talk about on a Monday call. So if you've got anybody who you would like to
I just got
have some help converting, if you would like me to do some of your sales talk for you, introduce them on a Monday evening call, and I can do some of this work for you. We can do it because Brent's also present. So if they ask more specific questions, we can introduce them. So that's it. I've just broken it down into 3 things. And then I go a little bit into one of the strategies. I just go into a little bit about each, little bit. And then I talk them through the step 1, become a member. I'm even saying now, if they just want to buy the credit card, if they just want to do the brokerage, just become a member for 1 month. I'm not going to sign them up and make them pay a $33 or feel they need to pay for $33 if they just want to get in, set and forget and move on, build a passive income. Why make them pay something that they don't want just for my own benefits? No, that's not cool. So that's what I'm advising. And then I tell them, or ask them what their investment starting point is, what the comfort zone is to get started, choose your certificate, and if they want to buy their citizenship, and then they load it for mining or for brokerage. That's it.
And that you've put that up on the Australian GSPartners Australia site, I believe.
So I recorded that fresh this morning without anybody. So it's nice and slick. So that is in GSPartners group for anybody. So you invite them to the group. You can then tag them in that video and say, here's a little introduction and overview. And I say at the start, what strategy? Consider these 3 things. Now pay attention to that part of the presentation. You can scrub ahead, tune into what you want to focus on.
Love it.
Very good.
And it's only 27 minutes.
Thank you, Roger. The exciting thing is Brent and I have gone back and done the spreadsheet. Still one little nuance to change because I had one of the assumptions wrong, so I have to change all the formulas again. But that hopefully by the weekend, I've got a really busy couple of days ahead. So by the weekend, that will be ready and I will share that and I will talk you through how you save your own copy next week. How you can download that to your own documents so you can have your own spreadsheet, you can do your own calculations, all the rest of it, take your own notes of your countries, whatever you want to do. That's exciting to have that because now when somebody's got, thank you, Roger, see you next time. Now when somebody comes to me with a budget and they want to fully load, you say, well, your max budget is 2,500. Well, you're best going with a wriggle instead of saying, let's get a Venus. You know, we can strategize depending on how much they have and what they think they're going to get in the next 120 days, which is 4 months.
Yeah.
So having that spreadsheet and the calculations is helping us. What do you want to invest? What's comfortable? You've only got $50. Great. Let's just buy your first certificate and we'll park it. You don't need to do anything else. So the spreadsheet's going to be very, very helpful to guide people authentically and without kind of guessing or making people feel that they're investing money and we're dithering over the numbers and the qualifications. So it's going to make it easier.
And don't, if you feel that spreadsheets is overwhelming, Mel's done all the hard work here, really. It's a matter of just changing a few numbers and the whole thing up.
And we can help you, of course, if you have someone you're like, they've got $1,000 and they're not sure what to do, and I'm not sure, I'm not comfortable advising. Then get Brent on a call. He can use the spreadsheet with them, and he's very good at edifying you so that you are getting the credit and you're doing the right thing by your people. So my people are already loving Brent's open, transparent, friendly approach to this. To be honest, that video, I didn't like it at all. It's too meh. It's
too Americanized for you.
Too American, not like, what is it? Like from a marketing point of view, it's a sizzle reel that creates interest. I want to swear, fuck is it? Like, what is it? What do we do? To me, I'm like, it's not a good marketing video, but hey.
Maybe not.
What do I know? I'm not a millionaire. What do I know?
Constructive criticism we get on these calls.
It's good for raising interest. Yes, absolutely.
I think it's really important to make sure people are clear on what they're doing. This is a huge living beast, and there's a lot of components. We like to break it down. That's what I like about that video you did, Mel. And then if we're on a one-on-one or a small group, it's what you want to do. It's like, certainly we'll guide you, and I know what I do it all. I do it all, But I know the best things for most people at this stage. So that's why I steer them towards, if they're asking, what advice, and I'll go brokerage every day at the moment, because that's about to become live, and we're about to get regular payments on that. Should you get citizenships? Absolutely. Should you fill your mining certificates? Absolutely. There's all those things, but one step at a time.
Who has questions tonight?
I have one that I'll just ask you.
Yes, Amanda.
No, I have one. I don't.
Go ahead. Oh, you've both muted yourselves. So Brent's muted himself. Come on, Amanda.
I have purposely muted myself, but she can't unmute herself.
I couldn't see it. It disappeared. Do you want me to have a fight with you on bloody line? Now, my question is with the
No, it's not going to work.
way too much feedback.
So can you come over to Brent's microphone and ask your question there?
When I've got my certificates, am I better off loading fully loading? Am I better off fully loading Kosovo? Say I've got I've still got to put 4,000 to, I've still got, what is it, 200 and something dollars
Yeah.
there. Am I better off putting that $200 into cost of loan, fully loading it, or loading one of those ones I've just?
Yeah, so she's asking, did you hear that? She's asking you whether she's better off fully loading one of her earlier certificates. And my answer to that is yes. You know, fill it up in mining. Your brokerage, I think it's important not to fully load them, because the company is going to match whatever you put in, and then up until the end of this month, when whatever that your certificate earns, if you place that back into your portfolio, they will match that as well. So let the company know. Let's play with house money, right? So yes, you're better off fully loading your mining certificate.
But one of those is the other one. I have the Fiji one. It's my other one. Am I better off putting the $120 into my Fiji one, or fully maximising my?
Maximise your early one first.
Maximise mine.
Okay, that's for mining. It's going to take whatever amount of time.
So I'd like to summarize that question for any viewers. So the question was, I've got a little bit of money and I've got multiple options that I can use it for. I've got an almost fully loaded old style certificate, the tier certificates. Am I best to take that little bit of money and finish fully loading as best possible that old certificate, or is there a reason or strategy that I should start in the new ones? Brent was suggesting that complete finishing the old one. I would tend to agree. Let's complete and close off something in case you forget that you haven't fully maxed it. The other thing is, now you've got 120 days for both your other two certificates, and your time for your first certificate is running out. So I would,
okay,
that's my reasoning of why I do it. I like things cleaned off and rounded off. I would finish one before I start another.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's just one point of view. Brent, anything else to add for other?
No, that's perfect. You know, she's about to start the mining of that one. If the certificate goes through the roof, and she had $200 that wasn't fully loaded, such a small amount to leave, definitely fill it up. And then work on the others. Yeah, you got what, 4 months for those.
And you're not going to miss out on any incentives, I guess, is the other part of your question that you didn't articulate. Is there something I might miss out on because we're coming to the end of the month? I don't believe that's an issue for you.
Well, that's just fine.
Unless the other strategy would be take your $120 and buy 2 $49 certificates so that you can get 4. That's another strategy.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
That's one that Harry's just instigated. Haven't you, mate? Initiated, I should say.
Because then you're going to get your double loading on those ones.
Yeah, it's a matter of
strategizing, and it's good questions that we as a collective can mastermind and going, oh, what about, oh yeah, okay. So does that help, Amanda? Now the decision is yours. Any other questions? Yes, Mr. Harry.
I've got a stack of NFTs, all bought from various prices from $28 up to the 800 or whatever it is, and I can't access them. I can't bring them over to Lydian World where I can use them for loading up.
Can you clarify whether you have the Lydian Lion NFTs or the gnome NFTs?
I've got about 30 of the Lydian Lions NFTs, the early ones, and about half a dozen of the dwarves.
Why can't you bring them into the world and use them in the gaming aspect?
I don't know.
That time frame is past for now. We had a cutoff.
I thought we could still mint them and use them for gaming. I thought that was an ongoing scenario.
It says expired. Hot news. Your Lydian Lion has not gone forever. Not yet. There's a second chance.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep posted on that. But we were given a time frame. But I think the company's usually pretty. They're more than likely to lift that. Harry, they wanted everybody's first Lydian Lion NFTs over and minted or into Lydian World. Now we have the dwarfs, but the problem, there's many of us that have lots and lots, because you had to pay with Lydian lines to bring them over. You know, some of them weren't cheap, but so mate, I think that they'll relax that rule and that deadline, but you know,
Fingers crossed.
yeah, because I know you've got lots. I got lots as well.
So where do you export lasers 6 NFTs? There's a thing that lets you do that.
Yeah, there is. That's a conversation for. That's probably a whole training on the minting and
Mutating and minting in it.
all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you or Tiff or one of your people said, wouldn't it be great if you could actually mix both and bring them over? That's true mutation.
Yes. Good point, Harry. And maybe again we can take that on notice and ask Bruce to raise it as like, hey, I know you got a million things going on, but what about us?
Yeah, what about our Lydian lines? Or
I'll tell you, it's going to be really handy having Brucey in our corner in corporate. So.
Yeah.
But we'll keep the really good questions, all right? I'll let someone else ask the silly ones. That's a good one, and I think they will do something about that.
Any other questions?
Nope. I just sent you a link to a little 2-minute video I did about 5 or 10 years ago on how to copy and paste using Control-C and Control-V. I just posted that on the
Smarty pants.
site.
It is far too clever here and good, Mr. Lim. Thank you for that, mate. All right, well, we might wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate exciting times. I can't wait next week to have a look in the back office. I want to show some of these brokerage certificates, see how we're getting paid and what the options are, and coming up with some strategies on how best, moving forward, so we can all create some income.
I'm looking forward to hearing about being paid on commissions, because I have some nice commissions in the price line. So
I thought you might like that one.
So we'll stop that for now, and we will catch everybody next week.
Okey-dokey.
Not everyone.